So this is the third day in a row that we've gone down to the beach. The weather's been just incredible here in Vancouver, and since we're both done work at 1 o'clock, we just grab something to eat and then come down to the beach. And the weather's been really, really hot, light breeze. Today was coming from the east, kind of, but not too strong. So I actually switched to the Ultra Trail 4X. 4XL for this session, and I put the Veloce size large stab on it, and it's amazing how much better the whole rig glides. So I'm going to stick with this for the next little while, and it's been really good for me practicing just pumping and then gliding in this little area here where I can kind of go around and repeat it, and also try gliding on some very gentle swell. So I've been working on that, as well as some of the knee starts from the rocks there on the west side of the pier. But yeah, I really love this spot. It's such a chill place, and to the left there is the swimming area. But I mean, there's nobody in the water. It's such a huge beach. There's really nobody to worry about bumping into or anything. So I took a few rips around. Getting a little better also at, although not right there, but getting better at when I'm getting tired, getting high on the mast, how to do that. I've kind of figured out how to do that, and it's basically like a quick deep squat and de-weighting yourself. So even when you're tired and you can't push, you can usually de-weight really quickly, and then a gentle push, and that'll help you gain some height on the mast. So that's been really helpful, kind of taking that out when I really need it. I'm not very good at those deep squats, but yeah, that's been really helpful. But just taking these rips in and then gliding into the beach has been really helpful to help me dial in like how to glide very smoothly without losing a lot of height or losing speed. It's hard to focus on glide really when you've got so many other variables like surface chop and boat wakes and currents and all this other stuff. You really don't have to deal with any of that here today at Jericho. So I did take a rip around the other side to go to the dock, but it was pretty blustery on that side, so I decided to come back and stay on this side and just practice more of this pumping and gliding in this little area here. Now the tide was coming in here, so the piers are actually viable for launching. You can see it was a pretty high jump, maybe almost 3 feet. And I managed to get it. I crashed a few of those before I got it, but yeah, that was it's crazy like how versatile this knee start is. You can do it basically from under the water all the way to like 3 feet or maybe even more. I haven't been able to get past like 4 feet yet. I always crash. It's just too high because I can't even reach the water with the wing when I'm jumping. So you kind of have to just jump and go for it. And there's so much speed that it's hard to control the angle. But as long as I can reach down and touch the water with the wing, which is with my long arms usually about a little more than 3 feet, I can usually get launched with the knee start. So. And the wind had started to pick up a little bit here, especially out further beyond the end of the pier. So I took a few runs down, kind of trying to ride on some of those bumps a little bit, glide a little bit like there. And then so I wouldn't have to swim or walk back, I'd turn around and try to pump back. Although here, I kind of got caught up on the buoy there, or thought I was going to get caught up, so I just bailed. You can see how much harder I have to work out there in the wind, and then settle around once I come back out of the wind behind the pier there. I'm usually pretty gassed though from Getting pumping into the wind there. Let's look how much the tides come up just in an hour and a half or whatever. And that's because it's a king tide. It was super low earlier today, and it's super high, almost to the top of the pier posts, which is pretty crazy. I mean, they rebuilt this thing, but they didn't make it any higher. So at a king tide, the water level is basically at the top of the pier posts. So I mean, if there's a big storm surge or whatever at king tide, this thing's gonna get destroyed again, no doubt about it. This time I was more careful to stay away from that buoy, and so I made the turn and then just wanted to pump back to my launch spot to avoid having to swim. And I was amazed, I could even launch off the pier now at the very high tide there, which is crazy. I mean, I've seen it there before where that's like maybe almost 15 feet higher than the sand at the low tide there. So it's a huge difference in the tide heights on a king tide. So for my last run, I just was getting pretty tired, so I just pumped upwind, and I wanted to try coming close to the pier here, and just glided in. So my glide is getting better for sure. I feel more confident when I glide. I can take a little bit of a rest, and I'm not worried about touching down.